Let's do this.
Cool.
All right, welcome. It is time for my very first presentation of the evening. My love, may you please pull it up on the big screen for everyone to see. Are they looking? Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
welcome to Encanto, a magical world presented by yours truly.
And no one's surprised.
No, I am thoroughly impressed at how dedicated you were on this.
I love Encanto.
It's such a good movie.
There's a whole PowerPoint presentation, guys.
Yeah. All right, so here's my location. I'm dropping it in Dinoland, USA. Sorry, Sky.
No.
Let's take out that dino.
Let's get rid of that dino.
Let's get rid of Indiana Jones.
No.
Forget it ever.
No.
No, that is a very unpopular opinion. So I'm putting it in Dinoland because as you can see from this image here, I was very inspired by the backdrop that they put in Animal Kingdom. And I think that it would serve a better purpose there in Dinoland. I was thinking about keeping the same kind of coaster concept that was here, but I kind of did a spin on it instead. So
Yeah,
we're getting yes. First, so we're getting a little bit of a lay of the land here. And so this land is split up into little neighborhoods, like how Pixar Pier has neighborhoods and everything. So it's a little neighborhood. And so there are neighborhoods for each character that is not already included in an attraction. So we'll start with Pepa. Tia Pepa, she can control the weather. As if we don't already know that, but I'm going to state it anyway. So there will be a cloud overhead of a little station that has a cloud, and it will drizzle a little bit of water and also spout mist as a cooling station because Florida's hot. And that's you can see like different stations where they do spit mist or water to kind of cool down kids and give them families something to do. So that's part of it. And then there will be meet and greets with Pepa, Felix, and Camilo meeting there. And I only put Camilo there because I don't know how to do a practical effect of shapeshifting. So I have the three of them meeting there. Isabella has her own meet and greet spot. You're welcome, Jared. And the big old smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Isabella has her own meet and greet spot where flowers can magically change into succulents. And kids can plant their own flowers with Isabella herself as part of an entertainment activity. They are plastic, of course, and dirt is also fake, but they can pot their own plants and put them in her garden. Or they can just draw and put them in her garden as well. So that is her meet and greet. Dolores is there, and there will be little stations where you can, how like when you go to the Penny Arcade on Main Street and you can like put your eyes through and see different like old fashioned, it's kind of the same thing. There are different stations where you can listen to different sound effects. So you'll hear like, if you put your ear against one, you'll hear a family arguing about like what to have for dinner. If you put your ear against another one, you'll hear like the family madrigal. If you put your ear on one, you'll hear abuela like singing a lullaby, something like that. So then like you can experience what Dolores hears in her real life. And then she will also do meet and greet there. Luisa has an entire play area, like a jungle gym style playground. It also has like fake foam weights. So like kids can take pictures of themselves like lifting weights and stuff. And she also has a meet and greet there. Bruno has a sandbox play area with pieces of the green prophecies. They're plastic, so they're not actual glass, but they have like the pieces of the house on them, and kids can put them together like puzzle pieces. So then you can put together Bruno's prophecies and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. Hello, honey. Thank you. Attraction number 1, Antonio's Treehouse. Adventure into Antonio's Treehouse. So in place of Dinosaur, this is an e-ticket attraction that will take place in La Casita. So like, how like, the icon is like the castle in some lands, or they'll put like, like Beauty and the Beast castle. So this is La Casita. It kind of takes place at the back of the land. It's like what you like when you walk into the Encanto, you see it at the back there. So that's pretty much the same concept for the layout. And so then the queue goes through the house. You'll go into Julieta's kitchen. You'll go into Isabella's room. You'll go into Mirabelle's room, and you'll end up at Antonio's door when you start to do the pre-show. And the pre-show is essentially like, hey, like we're having a party for Antonio's birthday, and it's going to be in his room. And all of a sudden, the animals get loose. So the animals get loose all throughout his room, and we have to wrangle them all in time for his birthday. And it is going to be a coaster type ride, kind of like a kiddie rock and roller coaster situation. And you'll be riding through the waterfalls and the treehouse and all these fantastical elements that exist here, while you wrangle the animals in time for Antonio's birthday party in his room. Yay. Next, did I make an entire attraction solely based on We Don't Talk About Bruno? Yes.
Of course you
Yes,
did.
I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. It is literally
I love
just
that.
We Don't Talk About Bruno. It's just that.
Just the song.
Just a song. So it's located.
You stand there and listen to it.
Yes, it's literally located behind Bruno's sandbox.
What?
Oh, he tooted.
Continue.
It's stinky.
It was really loud.
Anyways,
You good?
Blooper reel. Because he shifts his weight to one side and goes.
It probably caught it in the audio, so we don't even have to talk about it.
It's
Huh.
just the fact that he moves and to
Interesting
allow it-
timing.
Yeah, right on me too. Love that.
Oh, great.
Anyway, so it's located behind Bruno's sandbox. So you can go into it's kind of like a Bruno's tower kind of aesthetic, where you walk up the stairs, the many stairs to get up to Bruno's tower. And there will be the parrot flying around too, so you can kind of see the scared parrot there. And when you enter into the pre-show, it'll be a sand curtain that opens for you so you can walk through it. The falling sand curtain. So you get into the ride. It's a trackless experience. It's a dark ride, and you get to basically be in the middle of the musical number. You have the wedding scene. You're going to be dancing around the Mirabelle and Dolores animatronics doing her bit. And then you'll do Camilo's bit where he's singing to the riders, the guests. And then there's a full drop sequence like there is in the movie. There's a full drop sequence where guests get to drop a good foot or so.
You put a drop sequence in
I
something?
did. It was a little one. I said a foot.
That's not even a drop. That's like a little.
That's
put it-
did the ride break?
Yeah. So I did a little drop sequence into the next scene. And then it ends in an entirely green room, as though you are literally in the middle of the prophecy, the green prophecy. As you go through the door to exit, the glass breaks.
Ooh.
I like that.
That is really cool.
There will also, now I only did this because I just feel like I can't not talk about this in terms of, because this movie is so enriched in Colombian culture that I do have to bring in. Also, I was watching the movie when this happened, and again, Skylar Gifford.
Use my full name.
Oh my God. Anyway,
That one.
so I was watching the scene where they're partying in Antonio's room, and I decided to include this. When characters are not in their meet and greet spots, they are walking around interacting with each other, so you can kind of see the family banter. And then there's also going to be nightly Colombian music playing from a live band. And the family characters do dance with you, and it's kind of like a party in the middle of the land. So
Yeah.
for restaurants, there is La Mirabelle, which is a restaurant by Julieta Madrigal. She named it after her daughter.
She did a full menu.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
my
I
God.
always do. Oh, Jared inspired me to do. You are the one who started the full menu, sir.
You're welcome.
So there are aperitivos, which are appetizers. That's what you get. That is what you get. I saw
Did
what
he
you're liking on
fall?
Instagram. That's what you get.
Did
Anyway,
he fall
yes, he did fall.
or was he pushed?
No, he fell.
No, the chair like fell out behind me.
So for the appetizer list, we have arepas con queso, which is corn cakes with cheese. There's also buñuelos, which are small dough balls filled with cheese curds. For sopas, which is soups. Yes. Good soup.
God damn
Good
it.
soup.
Good soup.
I hate it.
Good soup.
Jared and I love good soup. There's frijoles and
Oh, I do
antioqueño,
too.
which is a mix. Oh, yes, right. Which is a mix of beans, plantains, corn, carrots, and bacon served with rice and topped with cheese. There is a sancocho soup, which is a broth with chicken, plantains, coriander, cassava, which is the yucca root plant, sweet corn, and potatoes. There's also an ajiaco soup, which is a Madrigal favorite. That's the soup that they eat in the movie with the dinner scene with Mariano. It's a chicken and potato soup served with corn on the cob, chopped avocado, capers, and a sour cream drizzle, which is why she asks her father for the cream. Yeah, fun fact, that's that one. Platos para la familia, which is like, so Encanto's a really family-based movie, and Julieta herself is a very family-based person. So the entrees are actually family-style plates. So every single one of these comes with enough food to feed a whole family at a table. So there's a bandeja paisa, which is steak, a crunchy chicharrón, and chorizo sausage served with rice and red beans, a fried egg, and arepa and avocado. There's also pescado
That
frito.
sounds so good.
It does.
Pescado
Mhm.
frito is fried fish with rice, fresh veggies, and fried plantains. The cazuela de mariscos is a seafood casserole made with coconut milk, served with a side of fresh veggies and fried plantains. Again, Skylar Gifford,
In and out made me gassy
make
tonight.
sure that you're go to the bathroom then. Good Lord. There's also Colombian tamales. And the difference is that these are filled with pork, rice, and potatoes.
I just love how you have to stop every time I do it. Like it's like
I can't ignore it.
crazy.
You're literally farting in my face. I can't
I'm not
ignore it.
next to-
You're not next to me.
I'm not farting on you. There's a chair here.
There's also a fritanga, which is a basket of chopped beef, chicken, sausage, chicharrones, arepas, corn, and French fries. Yes. And then we have postres, which is desserts. We can do a classic churros, which is maybe a little bit made a little bit more authentically than park churros that you're used to. Sweet fried plantains. And then a natilla, which is a rich custard-like dessert and can be served with a side of buñuelos on request.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I have a snack because
I know I'm
Yum.
about to get one too.
Oh yeah.
So for quick service, there's also going to be these little booths all over the place. It's part of the El Mercado del Encanto. You can buy fresh fruit, arepas con queso, or any kind of Colombian street food. I didn't go into detail on that because I was already starving when I made the menu and I wanted to go to sleep.
All right. It looks like it's
That is the end of Encanto.
Yay. It's
Yeah.
so good.
all right, Jazz, you
pretty
ready?
expected to follow that. Like,
Yeah, for real. Like you got a full-on menu. I'm like, how?
That was me when Jared went the first time.
Oh, wait for one of my restaurants. I have a full drink menu.
Oh, I'm scared.
Oh, you should see my drink menu. It's horrible.
I don't have any menus.
It's okay. We've done this a few times.
okay.
It's also what
So,
happens when we get bored.
Mine is definitely not as detailed, but as a newbie, I think that's forgivable.
Yes.
My first idea is for Inside Out.
Yay.
And the ride that I had is called Memory Dump.
Mhm.
I envision it kind of similar to like Winnie the Pooh or even Splash Mountain, where
Oh, okay.
you kind of see a clear story as you go through. And it would start in the headquarters, and you'd kind of go through kind of the path that they did in the movie. And you'd get to see all of the characters, and you'd go through the memory dump and back, and you'd see a lot of stuff. It'll be very colorful. It'll be
I kind of love that.
very
actually.
fun, maybe a little trippy. So that
Sounds
is my
so
right
cute.
idea. And then instead of another ride, I figure an attraction or an arcade sounded really
Ooh, okay.
appropriate. So
Yeah.
the arcade will be named Bing Bong's Toy Box, and it'll have basically some kind of classic arcade games, probably Inside Out style, you know, if they wanted to use the characters and stuff like that. And that sounded like that would be really fun. And it would also be very colorful and bright. For restaurants, of course, I had to use Pizzeria Delfina. And a specialty will be the
Yeah.
breakfast pizza.
Yeah.
But I kind of picture it as a place that it's pizza, but it's really unique toppings that you wouldn't find in most pizza restaurant settings.
I want mine to have Skittles. And
You could have Skittles on your pizza,
Yeah.
Sky. You could
I wanna
have
make it as
Skittles on your
weird as I
pizza.
can.
Okay, sure.
You know, you can't have pizza. You're allergic.
All right. And then my other idea is called Orbs, and it's going to be like a drink stand. And I had the idea that the drinks would all be named after emotions.
Going up to her.
Oh,
So like melancholy, I picture it might be like a dark kind of like maroon color. So it might be like a blueberry and raspberry lemonade, for example.
Mhm.
So yeah, it would be interesting mixed drinks like that based on emotions.
melancholy. It could be a melon.
It could also
Oh my
be
God,
melon.
why?
Yeah.
Sorry,
What is with you and puns?
melancholy.
She
Jared
listen,
is
that
a
is so
shade.
valid. And last but not least, I feel like it could be a good area to figure out how to incorporate like kid-friendly talk about mental health, because that
Oh
was
my
an
God,
important
yeah.
part of
Mm.
Inside Out. So, you know, somehow incorporating that. I wouldn't know how because that is not my area of expertise, but
That'd be crazy to see that.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome.
And honestly, what parent doesn't need an on-site therapist? That's what we put in there. Skylar, don't look
You're
like
not
you're gonna
wrong.
disagree.
No, I was gonna say like have the adults go get drinks from the bar, and like they can put their kids in like the timeout area where they listen to therapists all day.
Oh boy.
Or the parents get their drinks and then go to the
Wow.
therapist.
Oh, it's even better. Family counseling at Disneyland.
Wow.
Family marriage counseling.
Wow.
We need a marriage.
I'm
counselor.
regretting this.
Disney at
I'm
first sight.
regretting this idea.
What went through
I'm
my
sorry.
head that Skylar's gonna tell me I'm wrong was the TikTok sound. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Her sister was a witch.
I have
Wore
that
crown,
moment
she
all
came
the
down
time
in a
with him.
bubble, dog.
Are you gonna look at me and tell me I'm wrong?
Grow up, bro.
Wicked Witch of the West, bro.
Her
All right.
sister was a princess,
Just you,
bro.
Grayson's.
All right, Jazz, you got Grayson?
Yes, I do.
I'm excited for this.
Let me
The
pull
chaotic
up
boy
his
is mine.
ideas. Chaotic Boy is mine. So his first idea was with Kingdom Hearts.
Ah!
I love.
I love how
I
y'all just
love-
freaked out.
All right. So the first ride that he had an idea for is called the Gummy Ship Spin. And he said it's going to be similar to the Dumbo ride, but with a gummy ship. Each will be designed differently and inspired by the characters.
That's cool.
Oh.
I
We
think
need a
that's really
Dumbo
cool.
update.
All right. And then the next one is the Traverstown Carousel. And he says it's a traditional carousel that is inspired by Sora's travels.
Ooh.
And each horse is inspired by a planet that he has been to,
Okay.
which would be really cool and kind of just overall Disney themed.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
So
each one
that
is
would
like a
be really cool.
Disney world because they're like all connected, right?
Mhm.
I've never like played Kingdom Hearts, but I vaguely know about it.
Yeah, they're all connected.
All right. And of course, we have to have the sea salt ice cream.
Ooh.
So there is an ice cream parlor. And basically the main ice cream is the sea salt ice cream, and you can kind of customize the toppings.
I love that.
And then the other idea for a restaurant that he had is called the Traverstown restaurant, and it would be recipes inspired by Remy, and he also had the idea that there could be lessons offered.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I like that.
We used to
So
have something like that.
I think that sounds really, really cool.
Yeah, no,
And
that's
as
sick.
soon as he said Kingdom Hearts, I love that idea.
Yeah, we definitely need more representation for video games in amusement parks because I mean they have like the Super Mario Land,
Mhm.
but I feel like they could do so much more, especially with like the stuff that's coming out now. All right, let's do this. So my first one, I decided to do a Disney Plus series, and I am doing Loki. Oh, wrong
Not
one.
share.
Oh,
Not
that's
share.
not what I was trying to do.
You gotta
There we
cut
go.
that now because I just put your email out there.
All right, let's go. So I want this as an extension of Avengers Campus. Obviously, it's going to be where the Quinjet is.
Obviously.
Because there was going to be an attraction there with Wakanda, and it was going to be really, really cool, but they never actually went through with doing it. They still might, but we have no idea at the moment. So I was like, this would be a perfect place to put a second attraction. So as you pass through the doors, they're going to glow orange, and you're actually going to be teleported into the TVA. I think it'd be really cool to have like some sound effects and some different lights and stuff like that to signal that you are passing through the TVA's doors. You're going to see the giant statues of King and other Marvel characters as well, as the giant elevator to the different universes. Super similar to, the way that they had it in the show. And from there, I want to have it so it's like you're wrapping around a different, like a queue. And you're going to see the different stalls where they had all the stuff that they collected throughout the different universes. So there's the wall of the Infinity Gauntlets from all these different universes. There's the Loki scepters, all the Infinity Stones, and a lightsaber as well, because Marvel and Star Wars are shared through the universe. The 616 is actually combined with Star Wars, if you didn't know that. So it's pretty cool.
Star Wars is canon in 6.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I did
Like,
not
Star Wars
know
is-
that.
No, like Star Wars is a TV show.
Mhm.
It's like a movie. Like Peter Parker watches Star Wars.
Yeah.
In 6.
But it's
Okay.
actually it's a full
You know
Marvel.
what? That makes a lot of
yeah.
sense.
In the multiverse, it is technically also there. And for what if they were going to do a spin-off episode with the Star Wars characters? So that would be cool.
They should do that. I hope they do that.
Yeah, it was originally going to be Vader teaming up with Thanos at the end of What If instead of Ultron. So the first ride that I created is called the End of the Multiverse. So it's going to be similar to Flight of Passage, as well as kind of a roller coaster and what's known as a gyro system. So basically the experience is going to completely move with you as you go through the ride. So the pre-show is going to be the end of Loki, where you find out that Sylvie had just killed Kang the Conqueror and the timeline is now destroyed. So now you see all the splitting timelines, and it's going to be like a revolving room. So the multiverse is going to split around you, which is going to be really, really cool. And Loki warns you of any unknown threats that could come in at any moment and destroy the universe. And at that exact time, you hear a roar and a monster flies in and actually attacks Loki, and he starts throwing some magic at it to try to lure it away from you, which then the monster escapes from, and Loki calls out to the Bifrost, where you actually join him to hunt down the monster before he causes any more chaos to the universe. So it's going to be like a flying kind of dragon thing. Don't really know at the moment, but it looks pretty scary and sick. So you're going to go through multiple different planets from the Marvel universe. So you're going to start in Sakaar, and you're actually going to fight the dragon inside the Grandmaster Arena.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you're going to see Jeff Goldblum there. From there, you're going to be taken to Titan, and you're going to see Thanos' homeworld at the end of Infinity War, and you're going to fight the battleground where Iron Man and everything happened, where everyone got dusted. From there, you're going to see the ruins of Xandar, as well as they're kind of rebuilding it, and a hint of what's to come in the MCU next. And you're going to end actually in Wakanda, and he's going to call for help, and Black Panther and all of their troops are going to come out and actually help slay the dragon with Black Panther. And from there, he's going to teleport you back to the TVA headquarters whilst saving the universe. So the lunch that I created is called the Glorious Surplus. Yeah, Surplus. I don't know why that came out like that. It's kind of like Docking Bay 7 and Galaxy's Edge, where they have like food from all across the multiverse. And each line is each time that you're there, it's going to be a different world that you're seeing. So the actual outside of the restaurant is going to be at like space 220. And you're going to see like different planets and stuff that's going on outside of the TVA. So there's also going to be a bar there that's themed to drinks from like your favorite characters, such as Mr. Fantastic from the iconic scene where he gets turned into Twizzlers and killed by Scarlet Witch, called the Fantastic Scream.
Not you. Okay.
Yeah.
Little one Punch
didn't
for
know
the
that
death of
happened.
Gamora on Vermeer. The I Can Drink This All Day, and then my favorite.
I can drink this all day.
Yes, I Can Drink This All Day.
I came up with that name.
Jared helped me with it. And my favorite is the I Love You 3000, where you actually drink out of the mug of Tony's broken helmet that he wore when he died in Endgame.
This is not unusual for Skylar Gifford.
No, it is not.
So I
This is
decided,
amazing, but also like I'm concerned.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
I
okay,
did this
Sky?
because before.
Amazing, but at the same time, ow.
He's the kind of person who makes cocktails about the blood of Ariel's mom.
Yeah, so when we
Yeah,
did Peter
Bloody
Pan,
Mary, yeah.
one of the drinks that I made was
Bloody Athena.
the Bloody Athena for the death of Ariel's mom by the pirates.
Ow.
So
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
And he makes sushi rolls with off of Finding Nemo characters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the sushi rolls from Finding Nemo. Yeah.
The Dory roll.
The
All
Dory.
right. This is
The
a friendship
Dory
I've watched
roll.
YouTube. It's it's good to know.
So yeah, that is my
That's Sky, and
restaurant.
we call that Sky territory.
It's Sky Energy, actually.
It's
But my next
Gremlin energy.
attraction is gonna be Loki's Greatest Hits.
Oh, okay.
And it's gonna be an auditorium, kind of like a movie room that you're gonna enter a pre-show room, kind of like Spaceship Earth, with a giant globe. But instead of a globe, it's gonna be the universe, and you're gonna see like a revolving screen of Loki's like moments from the MCU, from all the different movies, but from his perspective. So they could be real, they could be fake, you have no idea, but it's all about him all the time. So once you enter the actual auditorium, they're going to be playing that the show scene from Ragnarok, where you are watching what happened from Thor 2, retold by Loki. So I really, really want that. I feel like it'd be
That
so
style
meta
of
and
show.
so
Love that.
funny. Yeah. Just
I
have
love
those
that.
characters act out like Loki was the hero all along. I feel like it'd be really, really fun. So that concludes my first one for Loki.